Boost your English speaking skills effectively with Ali Trainings. Subscribe now for personalized English lessons designed to enhance your daily conversations. Here are 100 how many questions along with their answers to help you practice and improve your English fluency. How many people are in your family? There are 5 people in my family. How many cups of coffee do you drink a day? I usually drink 2 cups of coffee a day. How many books have you read this year? I have read 8 books so far this year. How many countries have you visited? I have visited 10 countries. How many languages can you speak? I can speak 3 languages. How many times have you been to the new restaurant downtown? I've been there 3 times. How many emails do you send in a day? I send about 15 emails a day. How many hours do you work a week? I work about 40 hours a week. How many pets do you have? I have 1 dog. How many siblings do you have? I have 1 sister. How many cars does your family own? We own 2 cars. How many times a week do you exercise? I exercise 5 times a week. How many classes are you taking this semester? I am taking 4 classes. How many pairs of shoes do you own? I own 10 pairs of shoes. How many friends do you have in this city? I have about 5 close friends here. How many times did you visit the beach last summer? I went to the beach about 6 times last summer. How many minutes does it take you to get to work? It takes me about 30 minutes to get to work. How many meetings do you have today? I have 3 meetings today. How many times have you moved houses in the last 10 years? I have moved houses twice in the last 10 years. How many different schools did you attend? I attended 3 different schools. How many concerts do you attend a year? I usually attend 2 concerts a year. How many different countries' cuisines have you tried? I have tried cuisines from about 15 different countries. How many times a month do you eat out? I eat out about 8 times a month. How many days does it take to finish this project? It takes about 5 days to finish this project. How many applicants applied for this job? About 100 applicants applied for the job. How many hours of sleep do you get on average? I get about 7 hours of sleep on average. How many pieces of luggage can I check in? You can check in 2 pieces of luggage. How many times have you watched your favorite movie? I've watched my favorite movie at least 10 times. How many novels are in that series? There are 5 novels in the series. How many steps do you walk in a day? I walk about 10,000 steps a day. How many points did you score in the last game? I scored 20 points in the last game. How many guests are coming to your party? 30 guests are coming to my party. How many pages is your report? My report is 50 pages long. How many different types of plants do you have at home? I have about 12 different types of plants. How many songs do you have on your playlist? I have about 200 songs on my playlist. How many windows are there in your house? There are 15 windows in my house. How many times did you check your email today? I checked my email about 5 times today. How many episodes are there in that TV series? There are 20 episodes in that TV series. How many people attended the conference last year? About 300 people attended the conference. How many times have you been to the national park? I have been to the national park 4 times. How many paintings have you sold? I have sold 20 paintings. How many minutes are left in the game? There are 10 minutes left in the game. How many job offers have you received? I have received 3 job offers. How many types of cheese are in your fridge? There are 5 types of cheese in my fridge. How many keys are on your keychain? There are 6 keys on my keychain. How many chapters are in that book? There are 30 chapters in that book. How many times a year do you visit your hometown? I visit my hometown twice a year. How many pieces of art are displayed in your living room? There are 3 pieces of art displayed in my living room. How many students are in your class? There are 25 students in my class. How many stamps are in your collection? I have about 100 stamps in my collection. How many flavors of ice cream does the shop offer? The shop offers 30 different flavors of ice cream. How many people work in your office? About 50 people work in my office. How many lamps are in your living room? There are 3 lamps in my living room. How many times have you traveled abroad? I have traveled abroad 5 times. How many apps do you have on your phone? I have about 40 apps on my phone. How many chairs are at the dining table? There are 6 chairs at the dining table. How many languages are spoken in your country? There are over 20 languages spoken in my country. How many pillows do you sleep with? I sleep with 2 pillows. How many hours a day do you spend on social media? I spend about 2 hours a day on social media. How many pairs of jeans do you own? I own 5 pairs of jeans. How many teachers taught you last semester? I was taught by 4 teachers last semester. How many gardens have you visited this year? I have visited 3 different gardens this year. How many articles do you write a week? I write about 3 articles a week. How many exams do you have at the end of the term? I have 4 exams at the end of the term. How many glasses of water do you drink each day? I drink about 8 glasses of water each day. How many friends from college do you still keep in touch with? I still keep in touch with about 7 friends from college. How many business trips do you take annually? I take about 5 business trips annually. How many times did you go to the gym last week? I went to the gym 4 times last week. How many emails do you receive daily? I receive around 50 emails daily. How many pages does your favorite book have? My favorite book has 384 pages. How many songs can your MP3 player hold? My MP3 player can hold up to 1,000 songs. How many times have you seen your favorite band in concert? I have seen my favorite band in concert 3 times. How many cousins do you have? I have 12 cousins. How many pets have you had in your lifetime? I have had 3 pets in my lifetime. How many different cities have you lived in? I have lived in 4 different cities. How many letters do you receive each month? I receive about 5 letters each month. How many times have you moved in the last 5 years? I have moved twice in the last 5 years. How many novels do you read in a month? I read about 2 novels a month. How many parties do you attend each year? I attend about 6 parties each year. How many languages does your smartphone support? My smartphone supports over 30 languages. How many pairs of sunglasses do you own? I own 3 pairs of sunglasses. How many different types of tea do you have at home? I have 5 different types of tea at home. How many scholarships did you apply for during college? I applied for 3 scholarships during college. How many times a week do you eat fast food? I eat fast food twice a week. How many credit cards do you have? I have 2 credit cards. How many different countries' stamps are in your collection? There are stamps from 15 different countries in my collection. How many cookbooks do you own? I own 7 cookbooks. How many musical instruments can you play? I can play 2 musical instruments. How many puzzles have you completed? I have completed 10 puzzles. How many times have you visited the capital city? I have visited the capital city 4 times. How many professional networks are you a part of? I am part of 3 professional networks. How many video games do you own? I own about 15 video games. How many plants are in your office? There are 5 plants in my office. How many times have you upgraded your computer? I have upgraded my computer twice. How many people attended your last presentation? About 30 people attended my last presentation. How many dental checkups do you have a year? I have 2 dental checkups a year. How many times do you visit your grandparents annually? I visit my grandparents about 4 times a year. How many weddings have you been to this year? I have been to 2 weddings this year. How many bicycles do you own? I own 1 bicycle. How many miles do you drive to work every day? I drive about 15 miles to work every day. Subscribe to Ali Trainings for accessible, enjoyable, and comprehensive English learning courses. Boost your conversation skills and become fluent in English.